Mark Robinson, much better from in the second half, but nothing to show for our efforts this afternoon.
No. That's what I said to the lads. We've lost the game in the first half. The goal isn't good enough. We've got to watch that back. So try not to be emotional, as I've said to you many times, because it leads to you making sort of knee-jerk decisions and not reflecting properly. But at the moment, it's hard to not feel emotional after that. After dominating the second half and not putting the ball in the back of the net. But if you're 0-0 and put in that performance, second half is very, very different. So the goal wasn't good enough. They've had a couple of other decent chances. We had a few in the first half, but they caused us too many problems out wide in the first half. They got some good players in there, but we rectified that second half. We changed things a little bit, changed our shape a little bit, and as you saw, it was one-way traffic, and they couldn't really offer any solutions to what we were doing, and we didn't put the ball in the back of the net.
You do think that we're passive, but were we a little bit guilty of that in the first half?
Yeah, we was. We sat off. I think there was one time in the first half where we went aggressively as a group, and we won it high up, and we didn't do enough of that in the first half. No, definitely not. So you're right. We were too passive first half.
Dave was saying out there another opportunity for him this afternoon. You don't want to incur any of that enthusiasm he has.
No, I thought he was excellent, and to be honest, I was thinking of taking him off, but Shane has done his groin warming up to come on, so he stayed on, and he affected the game. I think they took turns in fouling him, but he, I thought he was effective.
What can we do to improve in terms of his performance?
Score. We've got the small detail in the first half. I mean, opposition are going to have chances. As I said, we've got a solid base now. They haven't had a shot second half, so we've got to put the ball in the back of the net. But I've just said to the lads there, I mean, that's all we've done in between the last game against Northampton. We've done a little bit of shape work, but it's all been about the final third and finishing. That's all we've done. But then sometimes you think, the more you talk about something, because we know that we've got to score more goals, does it become a mental block? And we've created so many chances, today, and clear chances. So I think sometimes when you keep talking about something, maybe we didn't relax enough. We were snatching at a couple of things there. So I think we just got to keep doing the right things and relaxing. But if we create that amount of chances, we have to believe we're going to start taking them. We were so dominant. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can tell me different, but I can't remember Wimbledon travelling away and being that dominant. Last 5 minutes, I wasn't pleased because although I was happier, we were carving open chances for most of the second half. Then, as the clock's ticking down, you've got to be a little bit more direct, because obviously they're sitting in their shape, so there wasn't be any space. And I thought we were a little bit naive there, and I said we should have, last 5 minutes, we should have gone a bit more direct with purpose. So that was a bit frustrating, but that's always the way. You do one thing and they take it literally, but then if you go away from that, then you're just smashing balls forward and giving it away. So it's getting that balance. But I thought last 3-4 minutes we're passing around the back, we needed to be asking them more questions. As the clock ticks down, then obviously they're getting deeper, then you need to, I've brought Ollie on, we needed to, not just talk about smashing forward, but we needed to pick up second balls and cause more chaos, which I was trying to encourage the lads to do last 4 or 5 minutes, and they didn't do that. But then when we got in some good areas, the detail on the cross, it wasn't good enough, and it's all about that detail at the end of the day.
Can you still actually be positive and take positive aspects from that going forward now? Does it still hurt too much after the game?
No, as I said, I try and not be emotional, but it's an emotional game, so it's tough. But it's more for the lads. It's not me. When I walk in the dressing room and you see how they are, I feel for them. It's not about me. I feel for them because they're absolutely, they're devastated. So of course there's positives. I don't see how you cannot see that there's positives. If we're sitting here drawing, I'm sure you'd be going, we'd be talking about how dominant we are, and you haven't seen the Wimbledon side go away from home and do that, etc., etc. They're a possession-based side. As we know, he loves to play possession-based football, and we've come here and there's so many positive things. So I know people get bored when you're talking about the performance, but that's why you have to look at the performance, because and Ben's header goes in, it's 1-1, and we're sitting here with a point, but the performance isn't any different. It's just finding ways. We've got to put the ball in the back of the net, obviously.
How do you go about outlifting them?
Oh, they lift themselves. They're fine. It's not about that. The spirit's great. They fully believe we're going to stay up. We'll stay up. So it's not about lifting them. They're fantastic lads. The spirit's great. No one's walking around during the week moping or worried. It's just coming up with solutions to turn what was a point into 3 points. Today we could be sitting here a point, and that's all it is. It's just how we get these wins, and